some absolutely extraordinary poll numbers now emerging, as you might expect, I guess, after we saw Liz Truss pretty much abandon her entire policy agenda. I spoke about this in my newsletter this morning. Do go and check out today's edition. I'll put a link down below. Subscribe to get that delivered to your inbox. But in terms of Liz Truss's personal popularity at the moment, you see there just 10% of the country now have a favourable view of Truss. And even with Conservative supporters, Conservative voters, her support is absolutely plummeting already. But beyond that, and when we look forward to the next general election now, we are looking at, on the current trajectory, and of course there's a lot can still happen before the next general election. I expect the Tory party will have a new leader by then. But on the current trajectory, right now, you see here with Redfield and Wilton, a complete and total Tory wipeout, an annihilation, because you see, for instance, Labour on 56% and the Conservatives on 20%, which Redfield and Wilton, their report, is the largest lead for any party with any polling company since 1997. Now, those percentage numbers are shocking enough. When you actually look into if that played out, and of course a lot can happen, as I said, between now and the next election, but if you look at if that played out, if that poll played out in a general election, this is what it would look like. The Conservatives would lose 343 seats. You would see more than 300 Conservative MPs lose their seats. The Tories would be down to just 22 seats. Labour would have 515 and a majority there of 380. It is absolutely no wonder at all, is it, that so many Conservative MPs are jittery and are now looking at ousting Truss. As Nadine Dorries puts it, in July, when Conservative MPs and ministers orchestrated their first coup, they were 5 points behind in the polls and had an 80-seat majority with Boris Johnson as the PM. This poll, she says, doesn't show us losing an election. It condemns us to extinction. And I think if the Tories do continue on the current path, and I know reading many of your comments, such disappointment that Truss, having promised to be radical and break away from orthodoxies, has basically folded, capitulated completely. People shouldn't underestimate, I think, just how dramatic the next election result could be. As I said, the caveat is we could have to see what happens before the next election. Will Truss seriously lead the Tories into it? I have my doubts, but on the current trajectory, make no mistake about it, we are looking at a total Tory wipeout. As ever, guys, do at this video a quick thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comments below. And of course, as ever, cheers for watching.